light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing, light 'em up, go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated, sucker free, we got the seats heated, let's face it, you bout to get a beat down, less talking, let's take it to the streets now, ain't gonna be no rematch, why you wanna fight, touchdown on sight, yeah, turn off the light, oh, turn off the light, let's get it poppin', go dumb. When you see me moving, bodies dropping. Move some. I'm about to go sick, call Earl. I'm turning up like E40, not your average girl. I'm turning up. We can rock like Rocky, make you tap it. Ghost ride the whip, look at my drip. This ain't a copy. We got a night if you wanna throw hands. When they see me fight, they wanna throw bands. Go dumb, go stupid, yeah, we undefeated. Sucker free, we got the seats heated. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up in the ring, light 'em up, shoot, shine, do your thing. Light 'em up.
All right, if you hear that coming down your street, you know who it is. Brian Mendoza.
Let's get it.
For the main event, it's the Shoe Shot.
¿Qué onda, vatos locos? Damas y caballeros, it's your boy Dave in the 702 for a Thursday night Shoe Shine Boxing Slugged Out Sports episode. Joining me all the way from the city of brotherly love, Philly Irish Strivo. ¿Qué pasa?
Ah, man.
Man, you had the All-Star game, man. I was watching this vlogger I like. Everybody who's on YouTube, go check out the Philly captain because he went to both the All-Star game, Drew, and that the Netflix thing. You know, the Netflix home run derby got panned. I just read that it was one of the lowest rated home run derbies, and I think it's because people didn't know it was on Netflix. So it's on Netflix that the ratings were bad because I love the home run derby. I thought it was awesome. The All-Star game sucked. It sucked.
Yeah, like I think it was a waste. And like I don't know, I thought it was a waste to have the All-Star game. It was boring. I stopped watching that for 3 innings, and then to have my male go up and make an ass out of herself as usual. Hopefully, she wasn't intoxicated, like she probably was during the 4th of July celebration. I can go on and on all the bad things she's did for the city.
Yep. Let me turn down this music, guys. I know I'm probably gonna get a copyright strike for that one there. Shout out to everybody joining us. I appreciate it. I don't know if Crypto's in the building, man. Oh, do I got some stories, but I gotta keep some of them to myself for a little bit. But shout out to Wiley Coyote. He says he's recovering from surgery. I hope you're doing better, brother. Yeah, check out the Philly Captain on YouTube. He's a big-time vlogger from Philly, and it's like the 250th anniversary. I got my 76 wife beater because, Drew, it's been 100, and yesterday was 110 degrees. Vince is going to join us shortly. So Vince set it up, guys. Shout out to Vince. He's going to join us shortly. He calls me yesterday was Wednesday, right? He calls me Tuesday night late, and he's like, yo, call me back. So I call Vince, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, we're going to the gym tomorrow to see Rolando Romero, WBA welterweight champion at the Salas Boxing Academy. Salas is one of the premier Cuban School of Boxing coaches. And if you saw the beginning of the video, yeah, okay, hold on, dude, just come on back. And I'm still waiting for Vince, guys. Yeah, shout out to Rowan. Shout out to you, buddy. At the very beginning, you guys can watch the replay, or I might just cut it out, but I got a big-time interview with Rolando Romero that went south. Yeah, I think, you guys that are familiar with Rolando Romero, the WBA welterweight champion who fought Gervonta Tank Davis. He defeated Ryan Garcia last year. I knew that it would be a difficult interview to conduct. First of all, Rolly has only met me in passing. I've never had a conversation with him. So the interview went south, but half of the interview is really, really good. And so I think what's going to happen, guys, is I'm going to put out the part of the interview that didn't go south for my reputation, for my reputation primarily, guys. So it's a pretty wild interview if you were to see the entire thing. And I don't think I'm going to release the entire thing. Obviously, I went there to go talk to him. Drew, I went to go talk to Rolly about the big fight, which is August 22nd against Teofimo Lopez, 2 world champions colliding, and they put together this fight in record time. Like I said, the interview went south. But anyways, Brian Mendoza, who is the only guy to defeat the towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, he was in the building. A good friend of our show, Kaipo Gallegos, is getting ready for a fight. I'm going to go interview him. Kaipo Gallegos, he's got a big match. He's going to be fighting on Matchroom Boxing also at the end of August. I saw the sickest sparring session. Dude, that was like some hard sparring that I saw yesterday. And the entire time that we're in there, dude, it was 110 degrees outside, and you know, it's an old school boxing gym, Drew, and I think it was like 115 inside that gym, and we were just pouring sweat. So anyways, we stuck around. I got an interview. If enough people come here, I will release the Brian Mendoza interview. And it's good, Drew. Brian Mendoza is an amazing cat, man. He's the only guy to knock out the towering Inferno, 6'6", all of them. He's fought Tim Tszyu. He went to Australia and fought Tim Tszyu, which is exactly what Errol Spence did. So I'm like, dude, I got to talk to you, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute. And he was down. He's like, let's talk, bro. Because he helped Errol Spence prepare for the fight against Tim Tszyu. And he gave us some real serious insight. And after talking with Brian Mendoza, Drew, and I shared my experience with him, dude, like, I'm actually starting to lean towards Errol Spence might upset Tim Tszyu next Saturday in Australia, because I got to respect Brian Mendoza's opinion. Dude, Brian Mendoza has not only helped prepare Errol Spence for this fight, but he's been in the ring, you know, literally went to Australia and did the same journey to go fight Tim Tszyu in his own backyard. If enough people show up today, I'll play part of that interview. If not, I will be posting it tomorrow, the Brian Mendoza interview on the whole Errol Spence Tim Tszyu fight and what he's up to. You guys saw his car. I'm a big fan of BMW sports cars, and man, does he have a sick BMW. But Drew, glad to have you, man. What'd you think of the All-Star game?
I told you it was garbage.
What about the fact that 2 Philadelphia Phillies was in the home run derby, man? And then your guy almost, if it wasn't for that extra, with the rules now say if you hit a home run on your last at bat, or right, you get to go one more, which made it a hell of an interesting matchup. You know, he just defeated your guy Schwarber by 1, right?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I didn't even watch that fucking home run derby, man. Like, I didn't watch it. Like, I looked at it, man. I looked at other shit, man. Like, tell you the truth, man. I just wasn't interested in it. Like, I just can't, because there's just so much other shit to talk about, other shit to do. I didn't even know it was on Netflix. First and foremost. So
you didn't know either. I got some interesting numbers on the Conor McGregor fight, but I want to address that. I will address that question. Wiley, that judo throw that he did, I think I did bring that up in the interview, and that was one of those questions that went kind of south. And but I actually met the cameraman. So one of the things that's like a golden rule in boxing here in Las Vegas is that you don't come uninvited. And specifically, if you're not part of the camp, you're not allowed to film a boxer. So even though Riley was really generous to give me that interview, strict rules, you're not going to record him working out. You're not going to record him sparring because that's like, you know, trade secrets basically. But he does have a full-time cameraman. He's like, you know, hey, respect, that's my cameraman. And I was talking with the cameraman who captured that footage of Raleigh tossing that sparring partner. And that happened at that gym just like days ago, if not But yeah, no, it was pretty some hardcore sparring in there, and I was happy to be invited. Vince will share a little bit more about that. But yeah, the cameraman for Raleigh is there, and that's kind of their job. Like, did you know that, Drew? That most of these elite fighters got their own cameraman, like full time. Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's kind of a cool job. I gotta admit, man, that's kind of a cool job. You're a young cinematographer, a young, filmmaker, and it's like you get an opportunity to say, hey, I'm the cameraman for a world champion, like whatever he wants me to film, this and that. And so you just got to respect their privacy, and that's what's up. Anyways, Drew, Vince isn't here, but World Cup, it's in New Jersey this Sunday. It's kind of a big deal. I effed up. We got paid on YouTube last month, and I had set aside the money for Vince, his portion of it, and Vince was like, no, I don't want it. He goes, do me a favor, put that money on Spain. And so the other day, Spain was a plus 210 underdog, and unfortunately, if Vince is listening, Vince would have made out like on his portion of the bet. Oh, man, I feel so bad. I think he would have tripled his money. Right? So going into Sunday, Spain is the favorite now against Argentina and Lionel Messi. He's the favorite. So now even if Vince said, go ahead and put my share on Spain and win the whole thing, the payout is just not going to be anywhere as good.
Hold on. I might have to go put a bet down now.
On who?
I might have to put a bet down on Argentina.
Yeah, hey, they're the underdog.
And I might have to go put a bet on Ella Spence.
So there's fights this weekend, Drew. There's a lot I want to cover. I want to talk about some of these things, some of these breaking news. The Errol Spence fight is interesting because I saw the interview I got with Brian Mendoza was very early in the morning, yesterday morning, and there was a rumor on social media that Errol Spence's visa was delayed. But actually, when I interviewed Brian and I brought it up to him that Errol Spence was not in Australia yet, Errol Spence ended up arriving later that evening. So Errol Spence, he had a great welcome. The Australian people welcomed him. So in that interview, I'm going to put the correction, man. We both thought Errol Spence hadn't arrived. He's there. It's Charlo, bro. Charlo and your boy from Philadelphia. As far as I know, they're not there yet. There's some kind of visa issues, and Charlo has some domestic charges, and that could be what's holding it up. Shout out to SoCal Darius. Appreciate you, man. There's some really good, interesting fights this weekend in LA. And we'll be talking about those. But as we were down there, Drew, in the morning yesterday, the big announcement came for Las Vegas. And there's been so much. Ryan Garcia went crazy. In fact, I think Ryan Garcia is on Kick right now. He challenged AB or something to a stream off tonight or something on Kick. Don't go watching it and leave me now. But this was the big announcement by by his promoter yesterday morning.
After long negotiations, Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn is a done deal. Golden Boy Promotions and Sala made it happen. It's the fight Ryan asked for. It's on, baby. T-Mobile Arena, September 12. Let's go.
That was the big news. That's the big news, man. It's official. The Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn fight on Mexican Independence Day in Las Vegas. We got two really good fights in August. We have this one coming up September 12th. They're all spaced out about a couple weeks apart. And the big news about this, the reason why it's so interesting, it's not going to be a pay-per-view. Not going to be a pay-per-view. It's actually going to be on Paramount Plus, which the last time I checked, anybody could get Paramount Plus as a streaming service for, you could sign up and cancel a week later if you want for under $10, which I think a lot of people are probably going to do exactly that. Or they might stick around and see the value in the Zuffa boxing, or some of these UFC cards that are also on Paramount Plus.
I just put 2 bets down in the World Cup because I don't know when that Errol Spence fight's happening.
Yeah.
So I put a bet on Argentina and England.
Let me double check what's going on with Vince if he's all right. Let me see. Now, if you're coming across the show new, guys, hey, I appreciate it. If you could consider subscribing and hit that like button, join our community, man. We talk sports here twice a week if you're into combat sports especially. Wiley says, back in the day, Messi held Lamine as a baby, and no one knew he'd grow up to be a star football player. Never mind that they're meeting in the finals. That's crazy. So is that the kid that's like half his age? Because isn't Messi late 30s at this point? Chicano Prophet, was good with you, man. We got some interesting fight stuff this weekend. The return to boxing to the former StubHub. The StubHub, now known as Dignity Park, man. We're going to have some outdoor chingazos in L.A., and then we have BKB. This one is interesting, Drew. BKB 56. It got a lot of old school fighters. And Jojo Diaz is it? Jojo Diaz, who just fought in boxing weeks ago. It feels like months ago. He's now being added, and that's in downtown LA. There's going to be a lot of combat sports. Let me add Vince to the equation here. A sign. What?
Hello?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Vince in the building. Shout out to Slugged Out Sports. Drew's here. Vince, was yesterday crazy or what? Yesterday morning?
Yeah, it was.
Yesterday,
it was a good day.
It was a good day. It was very productive, man. I gotta say, the only thing that was rough was that it was like 110 outside and then 115. And I was telling my wife, I was like, you know what? I thought I was gonna choke to get that video of Brian Mendoza where he was revving the car. The exhaust sounded amazing, dude. It was like 110, and all his exhaust fumes were blowing in my face.
Oh hell,
dude! I came home, I stank like gasoline, bro. Just those pipes just hit me with all that exhaust. But to get that video, I was like, oh hell yeah, I gotta get up close to those pipes, man, and show off his car.
And he was real nice, man.
He's a great guy, man. He's a good interview too.
Yeah.
I'm telling Drew, who better to give us inside knowledge on the Errol Spence Tim Tszyu fight in Australia, because he helped prepare Errol Spence in training camp, and then he's fought Tim Tszyu. Like, he knows everything about Tim Tszyu, man. He fought Tim Tszyu in Australia. So now I'm excited, but let me just run this by Drew. The fight's been moved up to 160 yesterday. Errol Spence requested it, and Tim Tszyu made a really good post about it. I think he said, "Look, I don't give a shit what Errol Spence wants. I want to beat his ass at any weight." And sure, man, 2 pounds is nothing to him. So, are you surprised by that, Drew? That Tim Tszyu, he said, "Sure, middleweight it is, man." Didn't even flinch. Didn't even ask for more money.
He's trying to make himself look like the guy and everything, but end of the day, he's really in the same shoes as Errol Spence. Like, I'm hearing Rick Glazer say, "Oh, Errol Spence this is a reason why Errol Spence is shot." It's not technically a reason why Errol Spence is shot. He can't make the fucking weight. What do you expect him to do? And it's just actually an advantage for Errol Spence because he doesn't have to lose. That's 5 less pounds he has to lose now. And like Tim Tszyu, he's in the same boat. He's shot. Like, Errol Spence lost one fight.
Yep, he's got one to Bud Crawford.
Yeah, he was dominated by Bud Crawford, and not only you lost a crushable fight to Fundora because of your team, but you were dismantled in 3 rounds by Masazaliev, who was beaten by Josh Kelly.
Recently.
So
Josh Kelly took that title, yep. So
what does that make Tim Tszyu?
I guess we're going to find out. Like, Vince, it's a trip. That fight is actually probably going to be around. I hope it doesn't run into your fight, the BKB fight. I don't know what time it is with the whole Australia time change. Drew puts a good question. Where's Tim Tszyu in his career? Now he's going to be fighting at middleweight, and he did have some he took some beatings, bro. He took some beatings. Drew's making a good point. Maybe Errol Spence can win this for everybody out in Dallas, Texas.
I look at it like this. I'm picking Errol Spence to win this fight by stoppage. I really think he goes down and stops Tim Tszyu. I think if he gets one good punch off, and it hurts Tim Tszyu, the fight's gonna be done. I just look at it like this. Both guys have a lot to lose. I think whoever loses this fight, this career is over. I don't see them as a prize fighter. I see them as a gatekeeper. Errol Spence, I think he should retire if he loses. Tim Tszyu, yeah, I think he should retire too. I think if whoever loses this fight is gonna lose by knockout. I think Tim Tszyu is gonna take a big shot and he's not gonna be able to rebound from it. And Errol Spence is gonna get himself another payday because of it.
Yeah, I mean, with just 2 losses, Errol Spence, if he wanted to continue to fight, he absolutely can, because there's going to be a lot of young fighters that would love to have Errol Spence on their resume if Errol Spence wants to take a payday. What do you think, Vince? I think Brian Mendoza told you and I that Errol was really strong. Solid, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Drew, because Drew's always right.
I mean, it's a
I'm
crapshoot.
going to get through.
It's a crossroads fight. I think Drew's saying it's a crossroads fight. Whoever loses this, their career is going to go backwards. And if Errol Spence can walk away with a victory in the dude's backyard, one of the things that Brian told us was that Errol Spence, as an amateur, traveled the entire world because he was at that Olympic level where he was doing international tournaments. So that's something that Errol Spence relishes in. Like, he don't even care. He loves it. He's excited about fighting in a different country in somebody's backyard, which is exactly what your nephews are going to do, man. At such a young age, they're already out there in the UK. It's wild, man. I got a clip of BKB 56. Let me show you something, because back in the day, El Perro Angulo, remember him, man? He used to come out with the pit bulls. He fought Canelo Alvarez. I went to see that fight. This is a taste of the training, and I was wondering, Vince, are they training with boxing gloves? And El Perro Angulo, he's not. So he's doing all his work with just tape. Just his hands are taped up. That's it. And that's something I guess if you're going to get into bare knuckle boxing, I guess you got to remove the gloves, man, and prepare for that, right? Do you know of any special preparation that your nephews are doing for their fight coming up on the 25th? Like, that might be different?
They really post. No, I don't know. When they spar, they wear gloves, because ain't nobody gonna spar without gloves.
Oh yeah, no, hell no. Yeah. But when it comes to fight time, it is. Now they're doing their mitt work. That I see Angulo, he's part of the card this Saturday in LA. He's doing all his mitt work, and look at the headliner, bro. Vicious Victor Ortiz is at the top of this card. Damn, you guys remember when Vicious Victor Ortiz broke his jaw? Josecito Lopez, the club fighter.
Quit.
Man, at one point, Vicious Victor Ortiz was Ryan Garcia. At one point, Oscar was like, this is my kid. He's the Chicano prodigy. He would have him wear those American Mexican shorts. He really thought that Victor Ortiz, and he got Victor Ortiz to fight with Mayweather. He got him. I mean, he made the biggest money fight of possible. But here he is, dude. You would think that Vicious Victor Ortiz would ride away into the sunset and have plenty of money to retire, or maybe he does. But he still wants to fight. He's the main event in Los Angeles this Saturday at the Novo Theater. You also got El Perro Angulo, who once upon a time was a damn good fighter at 154. Fought Canelo Alvarez right here in Las Vegas. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know any of these other guys. I think I heard there's a good heavyweight fight on this. But at the very bottom on TikTok, damn, I ain't even got a TikTok, guys. Jojo Diaz. Drew... What do you think of Jojo Diaz? I mean, he just fought boxing, bro. He took this opportunity. He said, shit, if my boxing career is done, I'll do it. I'll do bare knuckle.
I don't know. Like when it comes like former boxers going to bare knuckle, there's a lot more risk. They can break their hand easier. Some guy like I don't know. Like bare knuckle, you're gonna get. It's easier to get cut because you're getting hit with bare hands. The bottoms of your hands are taped, not your knuckles. It's just something that you gotta look at it. How long these I don't know. I don't think Jojo Diaz is gonna win this fight. That's number
Dang.
one.
Let me see.
I
Who is he
just don't see
fighting?
it.
He's fighting a guy named Williams. And shout out to Don Emiliano, who I believe, Vince, I think we have an Emiliano Vargas troll in here. That's pretty fun.
Hey, but Floyd didn't cheat. They tell you in the back in the locker room, protect yourself at all times. If
That's
Victor would have
true.
never done that belly goal thing, that would have never happened.
That move that Victor Ortiz did is kind of what the sparring partner of Rolly did the other day. If you watch that Rolly clip, that dude who was sparring Rolly got extremely frustrated and threw his shoulder, right into a.
Yeah.
It was a
And
cheap
plus,
shot.
remember I asked the guy that did the video, that guy was being dirty the whole sparring. So everybody's saying Rolly's dirty, Rolly's this. I asked the guy that made the video, and he told us
Yeah,
that guy was dirty.
dude, I'm glad you
So
reminded me. For those of you that are
get out of
interested in
there.
that, there's a clip that went viral. Rolly was with a sparring partner and he did like the most amazing judo throw. That shit was so quick. It was really, really impressive. To be able to do that judo throw with boxing gloves. But you're right, Vince, that his cameraman told us that the entire sparring session was dirty, that guy came in and was just being dirty as hell. And Raleigh had enough in it with that shoulder check. So he threw him.
So
Crazy.
was that dude kicked out?
I'm pretty sure I stopped it. And I think that was it. And he ain't coming back no more.
You know,
Like
it's an honor to be invited to to be a sparring partner for a championship fight.
You get paid.
You get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked at some Pedro Agulo. He fought that style, but skill wise, I didn't think he was too highly skilled. As he went up to better competition, that were able to expose his lack of speed, lack of movement, and everything. I thought a lot of guys could have took advantage of him late in his career, and when he got exposed. So, but when I looked at like other guys like Victor Ortiz, I saw an updated photo of him. I thought that dude was on something. Was as high as shit, but that's my opinion. But we have to look. We got to look at how like the difference with bare knuckle fighting and boxing. You're fighting with 8-ounce or 10-ounce gloves. You got bare knuckle. I saw a bare knuckle fight where the ring was a triangle.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what Vince's nephews are going to be in the triangle ring, right? The triangle ring.
No, I think they were in a circle ring.
Well, there's two promotions. There's BKB and there's BKB FC. So I believe the one we're talking about, BKB, does use the triangle, and that changes your entire dynamic of your footwork. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean that and the fact that you got the gloves come off and every punch, even from a non-boxer, that can become dangerous. I mean, you don't play with that. You don't play with
2
that.
minutes. 2 minutes around.
Like, here's another thing. You like Paul Malignaggi.
Yeah, he's covering it. I think he's the announcer.
He fought this, and I said, even like, Paulie doesn't stand a chance because Paulie doesn't have the power.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you're fighting bare knuckle or not. You never had power. You're not gonna knock nobody out. You're not gonna hurt somebody, and everything. And like you getting hit, taking punishment all those years, scar tissue. Your scar tissue is shot in some areas. So I really look at this as I expect Pedro Aguilar to get knocked out. I expect Jojo Diaz to get stopped.
Yep.
Really, you think the guy? They're all fighting non-boxers, bro.
All boxers are getting knocked
But
out.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Paulie Malignaggi's debut at that BLK, or whatever the fuck that what is, he fought a non-boxer. And that non-boxer beat the shit out of him. So
it's dangerous, bro. That's. I'm gonna be honest with you. The whole BKB thing, the fact that these are the intangibles with BKB. The size of your knuckle. Okay. By the way, guys, Charlo still hasn't arrived. But the actual size of your knuckles compared to your opponent, it matters because you might not have the same size hands as your opponent. He might have the advantage on hands. And suddenly those hands are 10-ounce gloves, 12-ounce. They're the smaller. Actually, they're the smaller glove. It's more dangerous. Depending on the size of your opponent's knuckles, that matters. And if they land a shot, if you have skin that tears easy, that works against you, which Paulie Malignaggi had a lot of scar tissue. And so Paulie had this one fight where he said, dude, I got cut so bad in the UK, they sent me to these doctors, and he said he's never seen doctors so bad. He was like... he said after they stitched them up, everything got infected. So I'm praying, Vince. I'm praying for your nephews that they come out unscathed because it's dangerous. Y'all gotta recognize that BKB. I'm gonna watch it this weekend, but I generally don't watch it because it's so damn bloody. Damn, it's bloody.
I honestly think the boys will be okay, both of them.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are.
You know,
we pray for them and whatnot because it is a dangerous sport. But you guys mentioned that the boxers haven't been doing as well as we like in BKB. Austin Trout, he fought Canelo. I think he just fought and got knocked out like unconscious, man. Yeah. Like it was a really bad. Like just 2 weeks ago we got, and Austin Trout's 40 years old. His best fight of his career, he's a former world champion, was almost beating Canelo Alvarez. I think I had him winning 5 rounds against Canelo. Do you remember that fight, Drew?
Yeah.
It was a good performance.
Hey, but all these guys going over there are older now. The boys are young.
Absolutely. Shout out to Sonteo Media. Wale Coyote says, yeah, you do get cuts bad. Sonteo, are you coming to any of the fights in Vegas coming soon? But I know for sure, man, that if this Virgil Ortiz fight comes to Vegas, man, you got to come here. You guys heard of any of the latest news that they're moving in the right direction? But now and then I checked this Eddie Hearn thing out. Virgil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis. Drew, what are your thoughts on that? Is it going to happen this year? Is that the likely fight for Boots?
no. I think Oscar's gonna flip for another fight. He's gonna say it's gonna be another disagreement between Virgil's manager and Oscar. I think that's the main issue of this is the difference of opinion between Oscar and Virgil's manager. I think Virgil's manager wants to make the fight. He's doing his job, as in trying to get Virgil the best fight possible and doing good by him. Oscar is trying to delay it. And I think Oscar's going to override it and say, we're not, I think you need to fight somebody else right now. We can hold this off until early next year, spring 2027. And I think the backup plan's already in place. Eddie Hearn already has a backup plan. If they can't get the Virgil Ortiz fight, they're going to get the Josh Kelly fight.
Hey, Vince, I got a clip of Eddie Hearn, but I wanted your thoughts, Vince. I know we were talking in the gym amongst a lot of professionals, and we were just kind of gauging people's opinions if they thought that fight could happen this year. Do you think that fight is going to happen this year, Virgil Ortiz versus Boots?
Nope.
Not this year?
Nope.
Well, you know what? At first yesterday, I started hearing some shit like it's actually being negotiated, but this is let's see if this clip will play.
Virgil's manager the other day said that the deal with Boots was done on their side. I'm just wondering if there's any truth to that.
No, I mean we've not heard anything about that fight. We've had no approach. I mean, it always seems to be on me to make the fight. Boots wants the fight.
So stop playing right there. Anyway, I don't know why it always chokes on that Twitter account, but on my Twitter account. But anyways, he said no. He called cap. I thought it's moving in the right direction. It's a fight that fight fans want to see. But will it happen this year? I feel like Virgil's gonna say, "Hey man, I've been out of the ring for a year. It's a great fight. You know, let me get a tune-up fight. You know, let me get ready. Let me get in shape so we can give the fans the best fight." And Drew, that puts it into 2027. I mean, honestly, it puts it into next year.
Well, here's the thing: is it arbitration tomorrow for Oscar and Virgil?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Is it tomorrow? Do you know, Santiago? I know it's coming up. I did hear it's coming up.
Because the thing is, I think this changes everything. If we can get Virgil somewhat out of that contract, he would have full authority to negotiate Virgil's next fight. And I think he will look for, hey, you want to make the fight, Eddie? We can make the fight. But he doesn't have a promoter right now. Eddie's gonna be like this. Let me sign him. I'll promote him. Let me get a free fight. Let me get him on a free fight deal. And everything. That way, hey. But I think if it happens like that, I think Eddie would tell him, yo, how about I'll get one of you two to fight Josh Kelly. Then if you win, we can make the fight with Boots. If you take the fight with Josh Kelly to have a unification belt.
Yo, I like Virgil Ortiz getting that Josh Kelly fight. I mean, he should be ranked among all the same. I like that fight, man. Especially if Josh Kelly says, Virgil, you got to come fight me in my backyard if you want this title.
He's gonna have to come. He's gonna probably have to come to the UK to do it.
Hey, that's a good thing though for to gain fans in the UK. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it gets him fans in the UK if he does good. But it's not that big of a risk for him if he loses a fight, because he's not losing in the US, he's losing in the UK if he goes there, if he loses or not. But I think the thing is, when it comes to that, I think Oscar's plan is to tell him, I can probably get you a WBC middleweight title shot against Carlos Adames.
Shoot. Hey, Vince, you know where Carlos Adames trains, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there with Salas. Yeah, man. Yep. El Bronco, man. I can just imagine this sparring.
I don't know if Satiro agrees with me or not. In my opinion, I don't think Virgil's going to be able to make 154 much longer. I give it another fight or two, and he's not going to be able to make 154 after it because of the inactivity, the bullshit with Oscar and everything. I think all of this is going to take a toll on him, and with his health history, I really don't think he's going to be able to make 154 much longer. I'm giving it another fight or two, and he ain't going to be able to take 154. And I think this is another reason why I don't think this Boots fight is going to happen to at least next year, if it does happen. Because I believe if he doesn't fight Boots in 2026, I believe this fight is a 30% chance of happening ever. Because I believe Virgil Ortiz
moves to middleweight.
I think Oscar's going to force Virgil's hand to move to middleweight and everything.
Oh,
so,
hey, I didn't know that, Santel.
I don't know. Santino's closer to them, so I don't know. How do you feel? Does he feel Virgil can make 154 for 5 more fights? I'm giving it 2 fights at most.
I agree with you, Vince. We talked to Brian Mendoza, and that dude will work. He's a working fighter, you know what I mean? He'll take a fight, like he said, he's waiting for the phone to ring, and instead of getting ready, he stays ready. And I asked him, I'm like, bro, would you move up to 160 for the right fight? And he's like, hell yeah, of course, I'll move up to. Look, Tim Zoo basically said it. All right, Errol, whatever, man. You want to move the fight to 160? with a week's notice, fine, no problem. I don't care. So they're going to make the big fights. Virgil Ortiz, he could gladly move. I mean, he could easily move up to middleweight and join. I'm going to guess Xander Zayas is moving up to 160. Jesus Ramos Jr. moved up to 160. Tim Tszyu already fought at 160 once before.
And that's another thing. I think, if we're looking at this, I think the ideal fight that Oscar's trying to make is he's hoping that Errol Spence wins so he can have the fight in AT&T Stadium, which I'm sorry, that fight's not going to sell in AT&T Stadium.
Vince, you're from Texas too. You spend a lot of time. You don't think that fight will sell?
No.
I just don't know the market, man. I'm going to tell you why. Fights. Tell me.
If Errol Spence was on a winning streak still, was the Errol Spence before Crawford? Yeah, it would have sold. But the thing about it is, Virgil ain't going to had a hard time selling out a 5,000 seat arena.
Well, the Dallas Stadium is kind of you're talking about the home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Out.
No, that's a lot. That's a big stadium. That's a tough task for anybody. Canelo did it. Yeah, it was amazing. Canelo did that. That was one of his best Cinco de Mayo ring walks too, in my opinion.
If we look at it, Santino Canai, he's 27, 28, and the health history. That's a big thing too. Like, I really I'm having a lot of doubts that Oscar is going to want to make this fight. He's going to make it, I want to make the fight and everything. Then he doesn't want to make it and everything and tries to hold off. And I think he's costing Virgil a lot of fucking money. He's already cost Virgil a lot of fucking money. And he breached the contract. Why is he still under Golden Boy's contract? If Oscar has repeatedly breached his contract to Virgil Ortiz. So,
hey, but Virgil stuck it to Oscar twice.
I didn't hear you.
To a heart muscle.
Yeah.
Hey, this comment by Santiago is pretty interesting. Errol, in his recent interview with Ward, said he was blown away by how well his fight with Mikey Garcia sold. Oh, okay. How much at AT&T? Okay. Well, damn. Actually, I haven't taken that into consideration that if Errol Spence has a really good performance and wins, that fight with Virgil Ortiz is a possibility on its own. I'm going to uncover my face, but I thought if anybody's out there in New York, this is wild to me because they posted this as Meet Zuffa Boxers, but Ryan Garcia is far from being signed to Zuffa. But people were joking in the comment section saying right after Ryan Garcia's done signing autographs that it's going to clear out for Berlanga. Well, I don't know. It's in New York, man. I think if Berlanga has fans anywhere, Vince, I think you've seen Berlanga sign autographs. Didn't you at Fan Expo?
Yeah.
Was his booth busy?
Hell no.
Oh, man. And I mean, Richardson Hitchens, people don't really know him as much, and he's the closing. So they're doing autographs by time slot here. It says Meet the Zuffa Fighters. And I think Connor Ben between 3 o'clock and 4 p.m. and potentially I think Berlanga's going to have his fans in New York show up. But, it's interesting. This is Saturday, man, July 18th. This Saturday, Ryan Garcia. Last week, I played a clip of AB and Dean the Great dressed like cholos or something. It was pretty funny, man. AB's trying to lose weight. I haven't heard he has a fight. I know Dean the Great has a fight coming up on Misfits. Yeah. But Ryan Garcia, unfortunately, he's mad at a lot of people, man. And this kick streaming stuff, it's like YouTube. The drama sells. You're beefing with another channel. So Ryan took up beef with something that Fernando Vargas said in a very interesting interview. I think the interview is from Las Vegas's very own Sean Zettel did a phone interview, and basically Fernando talked about Ryan Garcia about quitting, right? So I'm going to play that video when I find the Ryan Garcia one. But Ryan Garcia is not only pissed about that, he's pissed at AB because AB's calling him out. And this is what he had to say about AB tonight. I think they're doing some type of kick stream versus stream.
You were ready for the 619, bro. Don't come at me, motherfucker. You was ready for Budokai 619. Like I said, and you was someone trying to hump him, being all funny. See, that funny shit not funny no more. Until you get that ass whooped, bro. Y'all always joking. That's your problem. Get too cocky, Pa. Don't go, like, I'm not somebody to play with either, bro. Trust. Big trust that. You could facts on that. I don't really give a fuck what kind of career AB had. Who the fuck did he beat? Who did AB beat? Name it. I don't give a fuck how many world championships he got. Who the fuck did AB beat?
Sorry about all the F-bombs, guys. Ryan's very passionate. He said, who did AB beat? He did He did win 4 world titles in a row, basically. But I still can't remember all those champions. He did kind of move smoothly up 4 weight classes, like beating champions, vacant titles, beating the weakest champion in the division. And I think one of his best fights was against a Mexican fighter. But I don't remember that Mexican guy's fight. I mean, he has a point. Vince, I'll start with you, man. Is Ryan Garcia in the right that AB's resume was weak at winning all these titles?
It is real weak. But hey, I'm not mad at AB. He did what he had to do. You know, you fight that guy, it's not his fault. You know?
Yeah, he was managed by Floyd and Al, advised by Al. It looks good on paper. AB's career looked really good on paper, and it brought us to that moment, which at the beginning of that clip, he's talking about the humping, which was the Maidana fight, right? It brought us to that. It brought us to that great moment in boxing history where he was humbled by the bigger, stronger fighter. Drew, any possibility of AB actually getting a fight with Ryan Garcia? I mean, if you watch the rest of this clip, Ryan Garcia said, you got beat by Blair. Who? Blair the Flair?
Tooth out.
He did. Yeah. That's the last fight, right?
Yep.
By the way, I like Blair. Blair's a Philly kid, man. He's from Philly.
Flair talks too much shit and to try to get himself into fights, and he winds up not getting his ass kicked easily. Like, I look at it. If Adrian Broner can get himself back in shape, I don't know. Like, Adrian Broner has to fuck it. He doesn't never let his hands go.
No. Hey, you know what'd be a good fight for Adrian Broner? Sean Garcia. If he could gain more weight and fight AB.
Yeah.
Let the brother fight him.
Sean, has he fought since the Amato fight?
No.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. That's actually like, you know, the thing with Fernando is and the Ryan Garcia back and forth, it's inevitable. To me, Vince, it's inevitable. If Emiliano rises to the level of world champion and Ryan Garcia is a champion and they're both champions at the same time, the fans are going to start to ask for the fight. They're going to say, oh my God, it's Fernando versus Oscar all over again, except this time it's going to be either their child and the protege, right? And it's like people are going to be like, yeah, let's see these two guys fight. So I feel like it's slowly building up, right? Whether it's show, whether it's, you know, a little bit orchestrated, fake or whatever, the fans are going to want to see it, man. And when the fans want to see something, it means it makes business is going to be good business when the time is right.
I don't even think Ryan Garcia is going to beat Conor Ben.
Well, that's a controversial take. Right now, I think Ryan Garcia is already a favorite.
He is, but I'm going to look at it like this. If Rolly can box the way he did against Ryan Garcia and able to outbox him and tap him all night, Ryan could do the same. So, Conor could probably do the same.
Hey, this is a clip right here of Ryan Garcia watching Conor Ben work out his recent fight. Check this out.
Everybody knows how to say. Oh, what? You fell? Where's the remote? Yeah, 1 round's all I need to see, guys. I'm sorry to tell you guys. 1 round's all I gotta see. And again, you guys can have your own opinions and what people are. You know, people are gonna say a lot. I know what I'm gonna do, man. And me at my best, 80% will beat this man.
So here's my thing, and I'll ask you, Vince, because you got a lot of experience around Ryan. The Ryan that fought Mario Barrios right now, I think is good enough to hurt Conor Ben, specifically for one reason. Conor Ben, no fighter, especially UK fighters, Amir Khan, who's the other guy that moved up to fight Gennady Golovkin, who was a welterweight champ, and he had a baby. I think he had a baby.
Kell Brook.
Yeah, Kell Brook. You look at the history of British fighters who moved up in weight to middleweight. You know, Amir Khan moved up to middleweight to fight Canelo Alvarez for a big payday, which is essentially what Conor Benn did to fight Eubanks. Yeah. All the fighters who've come down 2 weight classes, it's a mess, dude. Even was it Marcus Brown? No, it wasn't Marcus Brown. Remember when Andre Ward fought the guy who had moved up in weight and then came back down to challenge him? That former world champion, that guy ended up getting his ass beat too, just for losing weight. So Wiley in the chat says Garcia's probably going to be too quick for Ben. I think that weight loss, that weight cut, it's going to be detrimental, man. When's the last time Conor Benn hurt somebody? It's been
Chris Eubank.
I think he did good. I mean, I'll be honest. I think he did really good in those fights against Chris Eubank, but I don't really know what Chris Eubank is. He started at super middleweight, and he's come down in so many weight classes. It was a good novelty fight. I just don't know if Conor Benn is the same welterweight when he had his streak at welterweight. I don't know if he'll ever be that guy again. Vince, if you had to put money on it today, that fight's going to be September 12th, Mexican Independence Day. Ryan Garcia, does he beat Conor Benn, or is it's going to be an upset, Conor Benn?
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Ryan, just because I think Oscar's gonna have another fight lined up for him, and if he loses, they ain't gonna want to see it. Because remember when Oscar fought Felix Stern and lost?
Yeah,
they gave him the fight. So I think if Oscar's smart, he'll do that with Ryan. So they'll give Ryan the fight so he can fight another guy.
If it goes the distance,
because if he loses, I don't see Emmy fighting him for what.
I don't. Here's the thing. We're not going to see the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney rematch. Let's get that out to Christian. I don't think that rematch ever happens. I just think that it's too much talking shit. It's too much bullshit. Bill Haney needs to shut the fuck up and everything. And let's fucking just make a fight. Stop it already. And then you got Devin Haney. Oh, I never took a VADA test. Okay, well, here's the thing. You can't tell who's lying or not because Sumov and Haney are both liars.
Did you hear that, Vince? I didn't talk about that this week.
The only way I see that fight happening, if Devin Haney's still got to pay child support, well, he's going to have to pay regardless. But if his money starts getting low, he got to take that fight just to pay child support.
The Devin Haney situation.
He don't want to fight nobody that hits hard. If you hit hard, you ain't fighting Devin Haney. That's why he wants to fight Shakur. Because Shakur don't hit hard.
But here's the thing. If Shakur hits you on the right spot, it's gonna hurt. That's one thing I can say about Shakur Stevenson. He may not think it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt. But I think Devin's going to... The problem with Devin is Devin cannot defend against a simple left hook. And Shakur Stevenson is a southpaw, I believe. So what happens, he gets hit with the left hook all night. Jab, left hook. That face is gonna get weaker and weaker as the fight goes on. And a good punch is going to put Devin down. You gotta realize, Devin's chin is very suspect.
Yeah.
Hey, Vince.
Like Devin tends to go up in weight too much.
Vince, you know who's got an underrated left hook?
Who?
Broly. I see. I finally seen that. You told me about. We were talking about before I saw him hit the bags in person and doing his bag works. Yo, Broly really. I mean, we've seen him. He landed that punch on Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is supposed to have the fastest, best left hook in all of boxing at that weight class, but he got beat by Broly's left hook. Yeah. And I talked to his dad, and I said, "Wow." I said that left hook is looking ferocious. And he says, it's not 100%. He told me in Spanish. He said, it's not 100% yet. He's getting there. He's getting there. That's way underrated left. And, I mean, have they sparred, Devin Haney and Rolly?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
That's a good question.
You know, out here they always spar everybody.
Exactly, especially at TMT. The thing is, I mean, that now that I've seen that his left hook in person at welterweight, I don't doubt
They don't want that smoke.
I don't doubt he could hurt Haney. I don't doubt one bit that if Roleaf landed that, he's hurting Devin Haney too.
If anybody, like I say, anybody that hits hard is not going to fight. Devin ain't going to fight him. Whoever hits hard, he ain't going to fight him.
It's interesting, man. That catch weight. Yeah, I found this clip. You know, Errol Spence yesterday. I thought he wasn't going to make it to Australia in time, but here he is talking about the weight jumping up to middleweight. This fight.
What was the reasoning behind the move to 160?
It wasn't no reason. I was like, why fight at 150? Why fight at 158? We might as well just fight at the weight limit 160. I mean, why not?
He just threw it out there. He's like, well, you know, I mean, we're not really fighting at junior middleweight. We're fighting at middleweight at a catch weight. F it. Just give me, just fight at 160. Who needs to lose 2 more pounds? I thought that was funny, man. I thought that was definitely funny. Did you know there was a ESPYs? Did you watch it? Vince, did you know about the ESPY Awards?
I knew about it, but I don't like watching that. I don't like watching it. Dude,
they clown Jake Paul. There was a video. Was it Mike Tyson? Check this out. Christian McCaffrey won an award. Fundora and his sister were at the ESPYs yesterday. But check this one out because I think Mike Tyson doesn't know these baseball players, man. This is kind of...
The award goes to, check this out, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei could not be here tonight. He sends his gratitude and appreciation to ESPN and everyone who voted for him.
Shohei's the guy.
Yeah, he's the guy.
And the
Shohei's a guy? Yes, it's a guy. It's one of the best baseball players in the world. That was funny, man. But Jake Paul got roasted. I think a comedian that was hosting it, he said something about he had a couple of 50-year-old uncles, and I know how much you like to fight those guys. Jake Paul took that joke pretty good, man. He definitely.
And August 1st, Dylan Capetillo's fighting in Vegas.
Yeah, he's on the Golden Boy. That'll be his second or third pro fight, right?
Third.
Dude, his career is moving fast. Look, if we can get an opportunity to talk to him beforehand, that'd be amazing, guys. You guys got to keep your eye out for Dylan Capetillo. His dad runs one of the best gyms. Canelo works out there, and he's one of these rising stars. Yesterday at the ESPYs, Christian McCaffrey was voted best comeback player of the year, obviously coming back from that injury. I thought you guys might find this interesting. George Kittle and Usyk. Usyk is one of our fullbacks for the 49ers, dude. They posted on social media, they're at a doctor in Costa Rica doing stem cells for like a whole week, bro. They're getting injected with stem cells. Some of you guys know, who was it? Peyton Manning, one of those guys that broke his neck. He went to Europe for like a year and they did stem cells in his neck. And they rebuilt his neck because of that, man. No, the NFL doesn't say you can't do it. They just don't do it here. They don't allow it in the U.S. for some reason. So, George Kittle's coming off a big injury and rebuilding, and they're down there getting stem cells, dude. I wondered how long before boxers might do that.
For real, huh?
I think this could cure people that are paralyzed.
Man, it's been like the Congress has been debating legalizing it here or something. Like it's not cool that people have to fly hella countries away. Here it is.
You should at least give them an opportunity if it can make them walk again, or heal their injury, to let them at least try it. At least see if they can walk again.
Yeah, he actually tagged it here, guys. We spent a few days in Panama at the Stem Cell Institute with Dr. Paz, Dr. Reardon, and their team. Grateful for how they took care of us and for the work they've done in regenerative medicine. Thanks for having us, Stem Cell Panama. I think I've seen in Vegas, Vince, that they're starting to offer it like in rich parts of Henderson, like to put it in your knee. You know, people who
I
have,
heard they have it on there.
So they do, huh? They're starting to do it, but I don't know what it costs. It must cost hella money, or we're probably not as good as these other countries.
Remember that doctor that Kevin Kelly was talking about?
No, which one?
Remember he was talking about a doctor that can get you well, get you right? You don't remember?
I gotta go. I don't know if I got it on camera.
I got the number. I think he said it off camera because I got the guy's number. Cause I told him on my shoulder, and he said, "Go check him out." But you got to pay a lot for the first visit.
Man, that sucks.
No,
Here's a picture of Fundora and Gabriela. You know, Gabriela is the undisputed female champion at 112, and Fundora 154. They were invited to the SB Awards yesterday.
Like, I think she's a weight bully.
Well, she's out of competition. It's really interesting. You know, Clarissa Shields moving down in weight to finally realizing there's nobody for her to fight at heavyweight. There's no girl that Gabriela is going to lose to. Like, I don't think anybody beats her from 112 to 122. Like, things, it's just not interesting for me right now. Like, there's no girl that can mess with Gabriela, dude. She's badass. She's got that reach, power.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested in watching her fight. I'm not like. I can't watch nobody that's a weight bully with in a female boxing. I'm sorry. To me, if you're a weight bully, I'm not going to be entertained with your fights. Like, there's no competition for them. And why am I going to sit there and watch you beat up on smaller women that I know you can fight at 140 or 147, 130, between 135 and 147 with these bigger names and everything? Like, if you look at it, does she match up well with these bigger names? We won't tell you the truth. I don't think so. Like, she got the reach and everything, but I just don't see her winning in those bigger fights. So I'm just not interested. I can't watch her fight. It's not interesting.
I got this one picture here. This is from Virgil Ortiz's manager. And this is why Eddie Hearn responded that it was Cap. He says, "Let's go to zone boxing as our side is done and ready." Ortiz and 8. Eddie Hearn said, nope. He hasn't heard anything about signing any contracts being signed. Okay, the fight you were telling me about right now, Dylan Capetillo? Yeah. That's August the 1st at the Virgin Hotel. It's going to be a great card, man. Lamont Roach versus William El Camarón Zepeda. I'm telling you, man, William Zepeda brings so many people from Mexico. Like, I saw him fight at Cosmo, dude. He had like 100 fans, family and fans. And that's a small place, the Virgin. Raymond Murataya, who's with Robert Garcia. I was thinking maybe, that's why I was thinking if Santiago was here that he might come and support. Raul Curiel, I believe he's also part of RGB. Jovenician, I remember that guy. Charles Conwell, who hasn't fought in a while since he lost. And Dylan Capetillo is on that card. Let's talk about what's going on this weekend real quick. Did you guys know Andy Cruz, the Cuban School of Boxing? Now, I don't think he works out. He works out in Philly, Drew. This is a Cuban fighter that does not work out at Salas Boxing Academy here in Las Vegas. But Andy Cruz, I saw him lose to Raymond Murataya. That was a hell of a fight. Our boy Kaipo Gallegos was on that card, Vince. Kaipo was on that card at Fontainebleau. He's fighting Saturday at the Stub, formerly known the StubHub Center in Carson, bro. Those are some of the best fights ever were at that place. The StubHub outdoors, Carson, California. Diego Pacheco is the main event. Diego Pacheco, here's an interesting guy, man. Interesting. You know, last year there was a story about Diego. Vince, sometimes you share this one vlogger, this content creator. He's wild. He does all those Instagram shorts, those TikTok shorts. And Diego Pacheco's teammate, like some of the people on his team, I guess they approached him at Cosmo and they checked him. I mean, it got kind of physical, man. I think his name's Jeremy, right? So I met Jeremy the day, like, at a PBC event, and we talked about that event. And I was like, man, I mean, was it bad enough to like where you are considering suing or something? He's like, nah, hell no. He's like, man, I love what I do, you know, like if I ruffled some feathers, so be it, you know, like I'm here. I'm not doing no pussy shit like that. You know, even if they roughed them up, it comes with the territory. Because I ended up I didn't know who he was as a content creator, and then I started seeing his content, and I'm like, oh, he does push the envelope. he does have some, some crazy takes on that TikTok. So I kind of see what is happening. But Diego Pacheco as a fighter, bro, he's improved a lot after leaving David Benavidez, his dad, man. And I just want to know, do you guys think he's going to be a world champion at super middleweight?
Pacheco, no. I think Pacheco is very beatable. And, I just think there's a lot of fighters that are better than him.
Oh, my God, dude. Shout out to Fonzie. Vince, I'm going to ask you, but Fonzie, if you missed the beginning of the show, bro, you got to come back to my channel this weekend. We're going to have the interviews, but we got some wild gym stories. We spent the morning yesterday with Rolando Romero at the Salas Boxing Academy, and I got some other fighter interviews, man. But I know Fonzie. I think Fonzie was with me this one time. I took pictures with Rolly. So I'm like, I know Rolly meets a lot of people, Vince, like over and over and over. I'm like, I don't expect Rolly to remember me because he took a picture with me, here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not gonna remember me, but yeah, you got to come back, Fonzie, and check out the interview that's gonna be posted on our channel here and on Vince's channel.
Hey, but I think he's gonna remember you now because that conversation you guys had off the camera.
Yeah,
he's gonna remember you now.
Hey, like I told him, he can get a hold of me because I'm interested in what he has to offer, man. I'll be playing it. I'll be playing the interview. I'm gonna post it up probably by Friday. I'll have both interviews up tomorrow. I just got to do a little bit of editing and fixing them. But let me know, Fonzie, if you're coming to town for any of these fights, man. August has got some great fights. September, obviously, or any of the fights.
Football, September.
Huh?
Football, September.
Dude, there's going to be 6 weeks. You take August 1. You take the Raleigh versus Teal fight, right?
College football, too.
College football, and then Mexican Independence Day. Conor Ben versus Ryan Garcia. We're gonna be very busy out here in Vegas, man. With all those fights, man. It's gonna be awesome, bro. The BKB boxing card, I'm gonna watch it. I'm very interested in it. I want to see how all these guys that used to fight in boxing. We got Victor Ortiz on the main card. We got El Perro Angulo, and we have Jojo Diaz fighting Saturday on that BKB 56 card. And I do have some fight odds for that, man. Let me see here.
Oh, he'll be up here twice in August.
Let's see, man. Who's on this card? There's also Pro Box on YouTube, or I don't know if they moved the Pro Box off of YouTube yet, but where's the Victor Ortiz? If you're interested in betting, Victor Ortiz is a negative 700 favorite against Dominic Salcido, bare knuckle boxing. He is the main event. Who else is fighting that's interesting? Alfredo Angulo El Perro, negative 600 favorite against Rashad Bowens. And then where's Jojo Diaz? They didn't even give a line for Jojo Diaz. That's insulting. I got Jojo Diaz winning, actually. I think he's going to do all right. And
he's going to get beat up.
You going to get beat up?
Yeah. Like he stole something.
Oh shoot! And speaking of Fonzie, we went and saw that Andy Cruz fight. That's the last fight we went to go see. We saw Andy Cruz versus Murataya. Andy Cruz, negative 3,500 favorite, Drew, against Abraham Montoya. Andy Cruz at 135 pounds, bro. Here's it. Andy Cruz announced that he's moving down in weight after this fight. He don't want to be at 135. Which means he'll never fight Keyshawn Davis, even though they fought twice in the Olympics, and even though he beat Keyshawn Davis twice. And Andy Cruz is going. Andy Cruz is going. Yeah, Jojo Diaz is still around, man. He just had his a pro fight in boxing like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and now he's going to be doing bare knuckle boxing, bro. He's busy. Diego Pacheco, the main event against Emmanuel Alim, man. He's a negative 2,000 favorite.
Hey, I'm going to tell you something. You know it's going to be tough on Sunday? Because Belanga's fucking ass. I ain't going to watch him. Because the soccer game's on Sunday, too.
Sunday?
Yes.
When's the Berlanga fight? Which Berlanga?
Sunday.
Is this Sunday?
With the fake jewelry?
Zuffa?
I think.
Wait.
My bad.
You got me nervous, bro. You got me nervous because I heard the ticket sales aren't doing as good as they thought.
Well,
It ain't doing.
You can't even sell out Samstown.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought up that weekend, bro, because that is the 25th is going to be a ridiculous weekend. We're going to be busy. A lot to talk about the whole weekend. We got
Mike Tyson amateur boxing.
Boxing.
The Sahara.
Yup. And then we have your BKB. Your nephews, both on that card.
Yes.
And during the day, you got Anthony Joshua. Josh Kelly. You got the the return of Anthony Joshua.
It's Sunday, the World Cup. Well, Saturday's for third place. Who cares about coming third?
Well, let me ask Drew, because I know this is a good question for Drew. We're going to see Diego Pacheco. Drew, there's only one guy at super middleweight that I think is a good fight for Diego Pacheco, and it's Turkey's kid. Turkey's favorite fighter, Shidraz. We're going to see them a week apart. What's holding up these two guys that are 6'3", 6'4" from fighting each other? I mean, they're the tallest super middleweights. I mean, they're perfect for each other. What's holding this up?
I have no clue.
I like Drew's roof.
Oh, yeah, the lights, man.
Yeah, that's badass.
Hey, dude, check this out, Vince. They're the only two super middleweights that are over 6'3". You have Diego Pacheco's going to fight Saturday on DAZN, and then the week later, you have Shiraz, who knocked out Edgar Berlanga. I mean, like, come on, man. That's like the fight to make at 168. And then
they both win, will happen.
If whoever wins, they're looking at Canelo Alvarez, man. If Canelo wants to take on a fighter that tall.
Canelo's done. Put a fork in him.
He's not going to take a fight against either of those guys. I favored with the way they've been building up Diego Pacheco. I kind of favor Canelo. If you asked me a year ago. Yep. Wally Coyote says World Cup Finals this Sunday, guys. So
who you like, Wild Coyote?
Put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Who you got?
And everybody who's here, who do you got this Sunday? I'm curious.
Hey, there's one more fight I want to tell you guys about this Saturday. This guy on the right, 37-year-old Mexican fighter, but he lives and trains out of Stockton, California. Stockton, the 209, where Nate Diaz is from. Dude, this guy has fought everybody. Vladimir Hernandez, he has 7 losses. He's fought everybody at 154. That's good, man. And he always comes to fight. I know he's 37, guys, but even him fighting a guy that's undefeated, he's going to bring the smoke, man. He always... One of the best fights I've seen him in was against Jesus Ramos Jr. I mean, he'll fight anybody, bro. And he's a dog. He's a straight up dog. This is going to be on ProBox. I just don't know if ProBox is off YouTube. Do you know, Drew? Didn't they say they were going to make people start paying for it? I don't know if it's done. Fonzie says Spain. Where's the freaking odds? Because that's the last time.
I put a parlay up with Argentina and England to win.
Negative 150. Spain. All right, Vince. Here's where I fouled you up, Vince. I didn't make the bet when Spain was the underdog. Now Spain's the favorite. So I can give you your share of YouTube revenue last month. You could take it, or you could put it on Spain and make. Let's see here. Let's just say negative 150. Damn, that's like you'd make about $15.
I gotta go the other way then.
So now, if you bet on Argentina for the upset, you're gonna close to triple your money.
Well, we live in Vegas.
Yeah,
my heart's with Spain.
Yeah.
But fuck, let's
go roll the dice on Argentina.
Yeah, fuck it.
Are you sure? I'm gonna give you till tomorrow. I'll go to the South Point. We got till Saturday.
And like I said, when Spain wins it this year, 4 years from now, they're gonna win it again.
Here it is. Wally Coyote says, y'all know Messi's gonna pull some crazy stuff, which he did in that game, dude. He did some amazing things.
You know what? I gotta go get Spain because of the odds. But if it's straight up, Spain. But he's right. Why Cody's right. 100% right.
Spain got the crazy defense, man. Their defense held everybody
They're bound
back.
to fucking just start blowing up. They're bound to score a lot. They're bound. They're hungry. You know?
Yup, man. Oh man, I don't know.
I'll let you know tomorrow.
Hey, you guys want to hear
sleep on it.
You guys want me to end the show on the Brian Mendoza interview about Errol Spence? I'll play it tonight and I'll post it as a video. Let me know if you guys want to hear Brian Mendoza talking about Errol Spence, who he was one of his primary sparring partners. I'll play it tonight, but I'm also going to post it as a video if you guys want to hear it. It's 8 minutes long. Before we end the show, I want to get Vince's.
I think you should put it on the video. Make them go in there and watch it just to get some likes and views.
All right, let's do that.
That video's the
video's going to be
guys.
It's going to be up tomorrow in the afternoon, guys. Make sure you hit the notification. So it'll be tomorrow, and then the Raleigh interview is probably going to be the day after, which is okay. It's okay because the Rolly's fight's not until August 22nd. So, Vince, I want your take on this opinion, man. Shout out to Sean Zattel, dude. As a reporter, Vince, like, I respect him. I don't know him personally, but he's not only one of the top boxing reporters here in Las Vegas, but he also covers the Raiders. Like,
hey, that's the guy that look like Shaggy, huh?
Yep. He called.
He's cool as hell, man.
Hey, dude, he got Fernando on the phone via video phone.
Emiliano, has he ever quit?
No, but he hasn't fought that caliber that Ryan was
Okay,
in there with.
okay,
Right.
but let me just tell you this: he will never quit because it's not part of his DNA. It's not. Did I ever quit?
No.
Okay. Did I ever quit? Now my kids see that, and they come from me. So, of course they're not gonna quit. Of course they're not gonna quit.
That's deep enough, man. You guys go check out Sean Zattel's clip. Look for it on YouTube, man. There's a lot more to this interview. But he's saying, hey, straight up, he's saying it's not in my kids' DNA, in any of their DNA to quit. I never could. You see in any of my fights that I ever quit. That really set Ryan off.
Well, it's true.
That
you know
really
what? I
set
used to see the boys. Hey, I used to see Emmy and Cashflow used to play basketball, and Emmy would not quit. He's getting killed, but he wouldn't quit. They got dog in them. All three of them do. Even little China the daughter, she badass too with those hands.
Man, that set Ryan off. I mean, that's a sore spot for Ryan. Obviously, the incident, the fight in Las Vegas against Tank Davis, he was accused by a lot of fans of quitting when he didn't get up from a body shot. A body shot is one of those things in boxing that sometimes you get hit in the liver and you're not getting up in time.
You're getting up from a liver shot. I don't care who you are.
So he was accused of quitting in that regards. And what else was he accused of quitting for? Is there another fight I don't know about? Just that one fight?
His marriage, and I'm just kidding.
That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Hey, Drew, you done betting?
Yeah.
He gonna win. Watch. Drew always wins, man. That's why. Don't go against Drew.
So the East Coast is going to be lit, man. This is Argentina's fan base. This was them for this semifinals. That's how many Argentinians are going to show up to New Jersey. They're probably going to pass through Philly, man.
Hey, how much do you think the tickets are going to be? 20,000?
Dude,
30,000?
3,000?
No,
oh, by the
more
way,
than that.
Fonzie says it's rigged because they said Argentina is going to win because they want to make Messi the GOAT of soccer. And look what happened with Egypt. And now they're under investigation. So Vince,
he's ready to go. Win or lose, he's a GOAT already. It don't matter.
Like I said, man, I think that you will triple your money with Argentina being the
let's go Argentina.
underdog.
Let's go Argentina. But my heart is with Spain. And I'm calling next 4 years from now, Spain. But you gotta, roll the dice. We're in Vegas. What happens here stays here.
I love it, man. Hey, Drew, anything else you want to add to the show?
I can't think of shit.
That's all good, guys. Don't forget, guys, I'm going to post up an exclusive interview we did with Brian Mendoza. We talked about the Errol Spence fight, Errol Spence versus Tim Tszyu, man. He had a lot of insight. And then the Rolando Romero. And then we're going to have a full week. We'll have a full week. Monday, we'll recap World Cup and talk about everything coming up. Fight week, July 25th. It's going to be a ton of fights all weekend long. Until then, man, I'm Dave in the 702, Philly Irish, Vince 702. We out.
Dodgers Yankees Friday.
Peace. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, too.
Yep.